What's happening, guys? Safety Liner C2 here. We have got a full review of the Fenton F11, and I should close that out so I can open up my ROR window. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So, as always, looks on the exterior. Now, this bus was made by Grayson a couple years back, and it's not based off of anything real, so it's going to be a little hard to judge, here and there, but especially whenever we come to the realistic part of the review. But anyway, side seems a little bit plain, not much to it. We got some turning signals, wheels, 9511 is the year, or the model number. We've got a working fan, exhaust, clearance lights, and your normal lights, which these two right here actually flash. That one and that one, they'll kind of strobe. These are clearly just pictures, but they look pretty good. And there is our Fenton logo. Since this is a city bus, we have two doors. We have a dedicated wheelchair door. Of course, more clearance lights, turning signals, big AC unit on the top, 9511, and coming up front, oh my, come on, work free cam correctly. We have a message board, and then a pretty basic in exterior. So, it's just really basic. There's not much to it, so I'm going to go ahead and give it a 2 for that. Let's go ahead and jump on into the inside. So here is the driver's panel. We have a couple switches that are labeled, and they do work, which is nice. We have the steering wheel, parking brake, all that good stuff. 9511. And then we have our seating on the inside. Emergency exit. This bus is pretty basic. There's our texturing on the roof, which I always appreciate to see texture on the roof because that's something that's normally left out. But like I said, this bus is pretty basic. Not a whole lot going on to it. So I think we're going to have to give it another 2. What the heck? There we go. Okay, so we are at a 4 right now. Features. Let's go ahead and read about this bus. Where is it? About show vehicle description. Okay, F1, F2, F3, F4 is the ramp. So let's go ahead and check these out. So first thing we're going to, or actually no, there's one thing that I can show you. So we have this light board up here which works. So we have off-duty, Neo, Penguinville, Mid-City, Rockton, Starling Island, and then that's it. So we have 6 different commands that you can use, which is they're all pretty cool. And then we have working doors. So there we go. Okay, and then we have a ramp, which is not working right now. I don't know why that ramp was not working. But you can also see that the bus lowers down. Let's go ahead, let's try the FPS version. I'm using the full version. And see if that makes any difference, which it shouldn't, but there's supposed to be a ramp right here that folds out. I've seen it in the past, but I don't know why it's not working correctly, so. Okay, well, that's a bummer, so we're going to have to take points off for that, because that clearly doesn't work, but I know that it has worked in the past. Why is this bus? I thought I already turned it off. Guess not. Okay, but yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't want to work right now, so I'm going to take some points off for that, but we do have the dual doors and 6 different functions. We also have this light board over here, which I forgot to mention, and they do all the same commands as the other one. So, we'll give it a 7. So we're at an 11 right now. Driving, sounds, and lag we always come back to. Variability, you get FPS and non-FPS. I don't think you can skin these. I mean, you probably can if you dig around. I've never gotten around to actually doing it. I've never seen anyone who has done it. So we'll give it a 6 for that. So we're at a 17. Is it realistic? Like I said, this is going to be kind of hard to judge considering it's actually not a real thing. But yeah, I can kind of see something like this on the roads in the future. It's like a kind of an HDX looking type deal bus. Yeah, I think I can see this on the road, so we'll give it a 10 for that. Give it a 27. Other people's opinions. Now, this is kind of hard considering this wasn't used very often. But when it did come out, it's between this and the Flexible Metro D, which is kind of not as good as this thing. So whenever people were driving a city bus, it was generally this thing. So that's fine. We'll give it a 7 for that. We're at a 34. The name, Fenton F11, fine by me. That's a 5. They're at 39. Other stuff, the wheelchair ramp, that's a pretty cool thing to add on when it actually works. We have the 2 light boards, a whole AC unit on top. These little flashy lights right here and here. The fan works. All that stuff really just kind of adds onto it, so it looks pretty cool in the end. We are at a 44 because I just added 5 points. Is it better than the competition? It's better than the Metro D. Let's see, what else do we have? We have the transit version of the HDX. No, it's not better than that. So, kind of right in the middle. It's certainly better than some, but I mean, it doesn't really have that much competition going on. So we'll give it smack dab in the middle at a 5. We're at a 49. Let's see, driving, sounds, and lag. Let's see, we do have a non-FPS version for lag, if your computer does lag, so that's good. But I've never really experienced any real lag with this bus on this computer or the other computer. We're at 63. Let's go ahead and just remove this vehicle. Oops, not that one. This one. And see if that bumps it up. Remove current vehicle. Yeah, there we go. That's a little more accurate. But nothing too bad with this bus, so let's go ahead and get some noises going. Oops. Okay. Parking brake. That's the apply and that's the release, but it's not synced up properly. And I like that these things work down here. You know what? We're going to give it another point because most people don't ever include that. So we're at 50 right now. Let's see. Horn. Watch this thing. It should move if I remember correctly. Basic horn. Backup. Not too bad. We'll give it a, we'll give sounds a 7. Not the best, not the worst. I mean, it's something pretty basic. But let's go ahead and drive. Now, one thing I don't like is whenever you do step on the brake, the little brake icon comes on, which can kind of get annoying. Another thing that I do like is these turning signals. You can see in the mirror that they work, and we have one up here too. So that's a pretty cool feature that I think more people should incorporate. I actually really like driving with this thing because of that. Driving is a little bit bumpy, not the smoothest of them all, definitely not the worst thing I've ever tried out, but it most certainly could be better. Check out, I mean, all of these things, all of these little controls over here, I forgot to mention, they work also, so the end lights, those light up. Let's go ahead and show you the end lights on here. And here's those things flashing. Show you all this. So driving is not, like I said, it's not the best. It's certainly not the worst I've ever done. But it probably, I guarantee it drives better than the Metro D, but still not as good as the HDX. So we'll give it a 6 for that. And lag, I have yet to experience any lag in here. I know that it did lag whenever the time was changing, but for some reason my game does that whenever I change the time. So that has nothing to do with this. But seems relatively fine for what I'm doing right now. So we'll give it a 7. For the total score of a 70. And you know what I figured out the theme of this bus was? It's just kind of in the middle. I mean, if there was more time put into this bus, oh, certainly it would be a much better bus. But it almost feels just kind of thrown together, and it's, you know, good enough. That seems to be the theme here, because I gave a lot of 5s and 6s, you know, just kind of in the middle. So maybe in the future we can see something come out of this bus, maybe a F12 or F22 or, you know, whatever. But yeah, so let me know what you guys would rate this bus on a scale, I guess. Yeah, and with that, let's go ahead and wrap this up. So yeah, guys, that is pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe right down here. It's a magical red button that says you are now subscribed to Safety Liner C2. Make sure you comment up here, down here, over here, or over here. I don't know where they put it, I don't care where they put it. Make sure you also give this video a thumbs up, or you're just going to be good enough. And make sure you also share this video with a friend. Show it to your mom, show it to your dad, show it to a guy on a random street. I don't care, don't get raped. So yeah, guys, that is pretty much it, and thanks for watching.